I failed the first online screening. Uh, if you fail the first screening, you don't get a second chance. Hi, this is Manoj here. I'm a software engineer at Google. I'm natively from Rajasthan. I graduated from BIT Mesra, Ranchi in 2017. I was placed in Media.net, that's in Mumbai. We worked on digital advertising platform there for 2 years. Then I moved on to Google Bangalore. I'm still there. It was overall a nice academic experience. For subjects in theoretical subjects, I wasn't good at all. I my CGPA was around 7.5. I mostly excelled at practical exams. I excelled in labs. I excelled in doing interviews, doing coding. I participated in a lot of online platforms, HackerRank, HackerArt, Coursera, Scores, Code Courses. Overall, it was very nice experience. Then when it came for placements over the length of the year, I actually already did the competitive programming. I was doing competitive programming practice for almost 3 years now. Uh, in the fourth year. So I try to get more idea, not only solving the problems. I try to get the idea on why after solving problem, how can I use that idea in different scenarios. So it's not. I was not only solving that problem. I was actually getting the idea, the algorithm that I was using, the data structure that I was using. How can I use the data structure in different environments? What are the properties of that data structure, that algorithm, that intrinsic properties that can solve different coding problems? And for many different companies that came in the placement, directly was the first one. I appeared on that. They actually start the placement process with an online contest with 3 questions. I was selected in that. Then then there were 5 6 rounds of coding interviews. So they were like the college coding interviews were most difficult coding interviews I like felt that were till now. Right now, the coding interviews are not that hard. The college coding interviews, because there are a lot of people, they are very hard, very difficult. So in Media.net, when I joined, um, they actually had a very nice onboarding process, given accommodation at a 5-star hotel for a month, and our parents were also welcome. And then they had 1 month training process. Throughout the entire day, we went through different um, topics that they have in their training material. For example, Java and Docker and all. And for the whole day, we learn about that. And at the end of the day, we were very tired to do anything else. So those 1 month, that 1 month was very hard, and the training was very hard. Then I was introduced to the team. It was team of 8 9 people. It was formed 2 months ago when I joined them. It was pretty. The product was pretty in the upcoming stage. It was in Java. Um, I learned a lot. And actually, I before Media.net, I used to work in C++, but now my primary choice is Java, and that comes from there. Um, because that was my foundation for Java. And along the year, I learned about different things, collaboration, and how the tasks are conducted, how what people think about when they create a system, how the deployment process is, how the reports go in. So everything. It was a wonderful experience for me. Everything I am now, it's because of that. I learned a lot there. I kept my LinkedIn profile up to date. I had my achievements there, and Google was hiring a lot at that time. So he approached me through LinkedIn. I actually then continued that conversation through email. I asked her to send me an email, and she sent me an email. I continued that conversation, and then we went on from there. I was doing this. Google interview took around 2 months of time from starting to end. So when I received the offer letter from the first day, it took around 2 months. They take around um, 5 rounds, but it was six for me because I failed the online screening. They have a first round where they screen each candidate um, through a coding question. It's a amalgamation of coding question and oops or structure of coding a person does. Um, so I failed the first online screening. Uh, Usually, if you fail the first screening, you don't get a second chance. Um, I actually asked my HR to give me a second chance, and she was very kind enough to do that. In the second screening, I went ahead, I did good. Then they invited me to on-site process. I went there first time. I saw office as big as Google. It was a pretty amazing experience. All the decor and there. We sat into room around 9 o'clock, and the interview process was completed around 5 o'clock in the evening. There were um, there were a lot of rounds. Four of those were coding rounds. One was something we call Googliness round. In the coding round, in each round, they expect us to complete the question, and for the some rounds, I was asked 2 questions. For some rounds, I was asked to 3 questions. So all the if you count the problems, I was asked around 8 to 9 problems for in those 4 interviews, and there was the then Googliness interviews. Um, in the Googliness interview, they judge us for our leadership, our integrity, and the kind of work we did and kind of person that we are. Um, and then around a week or 2 week later, I got the offer letter. And in the Google, your entire package, all the interviews you do are actually written over there. There's note for each interview, everything you do, and then there's a packet created that is sent to Google hiring committee, and then they decide that if this is a person that is good enough for us. So the hiring committee doesn't receive any information about the person or the gender or anything like that. They only receive the kind of questions that the candidate was asked and the kind of answers that they gave. And for Googliness question, there are separate notes for that. So that was the process. So even if you know how to write the code and how to quickly think about algorithms, there's a completely different aspect of giving interviews. That's how you explain your problem. So when you are explaining your problem, it's very easy for interview to fade away and you to be go into a different scenario. So there are a lot of problems that when you encounter an interviewer, you get nervous and all. So what you have to do is you have to find someone and practice your interviews a lot. How do you explain the problem? How do you explain the code? How do you dry run the code? Um, how do you figure out the edge cases and all. You have to actually practice it with some person or on some platform that that provides this service. So that helps us a lot. Actually, that helped me a lot. So that's what I would say. In Google, we have a culture of blameless, culture of not blaming anyone, blameless culture, and taking responsibility for everything you do, and keeping up to date with your tasks. So if so, there are 3 or 4 scenarios that we have. For example, if you did something wrong that went into production or something like that, you don't think about who did it and what did how that did happen. The first thing is you solve that, then you write or you do something called root cause determination, that will figure out what can we do to prevent that again happening again. So it's a blameless culture. Then you have to be on your toes to follow up and with people all for all the tasks you have, and you be responsible on what you are delivering. So the 3 top skills one should have is communication skills. That's not just speaking, that's the email writing and following up on the task. That's the first communication skills. Then you quickly understand a system and on what it does and in what cases what it does. That's the second set of thing that one needs to understand. And the third thing is that one need to have good coding skills. That entails you write that code quickly with covering all the edge cases, and you test that code. If you are writing that code, you test that code with a unit testing system. So I started with Letters C++. Jaswant Kanadkar, that was my first book that taught me C++. And then for the data structure algorithms, there are actually a lot of books. The most people suggest the book by a book coding cracking the coding interview by Gail. I think it's I forgot the author name. If you have a project, if you have done a good project, that will be like in favor of you. Second thing is team building skills, collaborating skills. Now the most important thing is community coding. So um, over the course of 4 years, I have not seen this change. All the interviews that are taken in the tech world right now are based on computer coding. If you are a software engineer, even if you are web developer, even if you are a backend developer, um, you need to know computer coding, and you need to have a good grasp on that.